Outgrowing people isn't arrogance. It's not ego, and it's definitely not betrayal. Sometimes it's just psychological growth, and nobody tells you how lonely that actually feels. Here's what's really happening when you start outgrowing everyone around you and why your brain makes it so painful. The identity shift. Growth doesn't just change what you do, it changes who you are. When you evolve, your brain literally updates its core beliefs. Your values shift, your priorities reorganize, and suddenly, conversations that used to feel exciting now feel empty, repetitive, like you're speaking a language your old circle doesn't understand anymore. This is called cognitive dissonance. Your new identity doesn't match your old environment, and your brain feels the tension. When your mindset evolves, your environment starts to feel small. Not because the people around you got worse, but because you outgrew the space you used to fit into perfectly. And here's the hard part. They didn't change. You did. Why it feels so lonely. Humans are wired for belonging. We're social creatures. Our brains literally release oxytocin when we feel connected to our tribe. But growth creates distance, and that distance triggers a primal fear. What if I'm alone now? The people who knew the old you start to feel like strangers, and the people who understand the new you haven't found them yet. So you're stuck in this painful in-between. Here's the part nobody talks about. Not everyone claps when you level up. Some people preferred the version of you that needed them, the version that fit neatly into their world, the version that didn't challenge them to grow too. Your evolution makes them uncomfortable, so instead of celebrating your growth, they pull away. Or worse, they try to pull you back down. Why people react negatively. When you outgrow someone, their reaction isn't really about you. It's about them. Projection. Your growth becomes a mirror. It reflects what they're not doing, what they're avoiding, what they're too scared to change. Insecurity. When you evolve, it threatens their sense of stability. If you can change, what does that say about them staying the same? Fear of abandonment. Growth feels like betrayal to people who aren't growing with you. They think you're leaving them behind, and honestly, sometimes you are. Social comparison. Your progress reminds them of their stagnation, and that's deeply uncomfortable. Your growth isn't an attack on them, but to their brain, it feels like one. The healthy truth. Outgrowing people is natural. It's not cruel, it's not cold, it's evolution. You don't have to cut everyone off. You don't have to burn bridges or make dramatic exits, but you do have to be honest. Not everyone is meant to walk with you into your next chapter. Some people are seasonal. They were perfect for who you were, but they're not aligned with who you're becoming, and that's okay. Growth isn't about collecting people. It's about aligning with the version of yourself that's trying to emerge. Yes, it's uncomfortable, because growth separates you from what used to feel safe, from what used to feel like home. But here's the truth they don't tell you. Evolution always feels lonely before it feels right. The loneliness isn't a sign you're doing something wrong, it's a sign you're doing something real. If you've outgrown people and felt guilty about it, this video is for you. Hit like if this resonated, subscribe for more psychology that explains why you feel the way you do, and drop a comment. Have you outgrown anyone? How did it feel? Your growth isn't selfish, it's survival.